very popular. Chris, I can't wait to hear about this because this is my first time presenting these. These are the 6-ounce Black Angus beef petite tenders. These are so special. This is what they wrote, Teres Major. They are flavorful. They are tender meat. They are so sought after all over the world. But you are going to get Black Angus, tender and flavor for the Teres Major Black Angus beef petite tenders. Oh my gosh, Chris, I can't wait to hear all about these. These are so special.
I have to tell you, we always joke about this one at home because when we have this is a big piece of meat. We call it the petite tender. And why we call it that is because this is actually the size of it. And it comes off, you're only getting 2 of these from the entire cattle. It's coming from the shoulder.
Wow.
It's coming from a section that is the second tenderest piece of meat on the cattle. So you have the tenderloin that everyone knows, a filet mignon. But this is not known because you're not going to find them in a supermarket. You rarely find them in even a butcher shop, but you'll find it at a really high-end steakhouse, okay?
Right.
Because if you are a person that loves filet mignon, okay, you'll love this. If you're a person that doesn't like filet mignon because you say, well, filet, a lot of men say filet doesn't have flavor, you're going to love this because it eats like a filet, it's tender like a filet, but it has a flavor like the ribeye or the strip steak. It is meaty. It is delicious. It is full of absolute good bite, good chew, and just bursting with that beefy flavor that you get from those steaks that you know of, right? And that's why we love this steak so much. And it's kind of called like the butcher steak because there's not many of them. And back in the day, they didn't know how to sell it. So the butcher would take this home, right? So that's why you don't see them that often, because to this day, the butcher still takes these steaks home. So we don't get these that often. And when we do get them, we share them with our guests only at QVC. We don't even have these actually at the butcher shop right now. So that's how special they are, Nancy.
Okay. Let me tell you, Chris. We're talking about the America's family butcher, right? You just said there's only 2 of those cuts. These are so special, they call them Teres Major, and they are so sought after all over the world. I do like filet mignon, but you're right, I kind of like the other cuts better. So I feel like for those who love a little filet mignon, this is a really special one to try. I have never heard of this, Chris, because it's my first time seeing this probably in my life, the Teres Major, right?
Right. And I'm slicing this out because I want to show how far this actually goes. Because first of all, it's absolutely clean from end to end. There's no fat, there's no gristle. It's aged 28 days, and it's coming from the farmers that we've been dealing with almost 50 years now, okay? And when we do get these, we do get them for QVC. Like I said, you will not find these at the butcher shop. They're that special.
Okay.
And look at all these beautiful slices that I got from here. So what I love about this, because it's such a beautiful piece of meat, you're getting so many slices. This is something that easily, one of these, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
And you're getting
one
8
of these.
Those. Yeah.
When we do a plate at home, my wife and I, we cut it just like this. I put it on the plate just like that.
Do you split it?
And look how, yep. But look at this. Look how much there is.
Yeah.
And this is just one. Okay. So that is a meal for 2. So these really go far. And again, like you said, you love filet mignon, but sometimes the filet mignon, though it's so tender, and that's why it's so loved, because it's it's prized for the tenderness, but not actually for the flavor.
Right.
This will rival filet mignon. Nancy, if you were here right now,
I know,
and I cut this steak for you right now, and I said, here you go, Nancy, you would have if your eyes were closed and you didn't know what we were talking about, you would think you were eating filet mignon. That's how special this is. And again, one of these steaks is going to give about 35 grams of protein as well. So it's packed with protein, it's packed with flavor, it's aged 28 days, which we talked about before. And what that does, that 28-day aging process, those enzymes mingle with the protein, and it actually makes it extremely tender and extremely flavorful. So it's just something so special.
How does it come,
Chris? And I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you how it comes, Nancy, because it's important. They're going to come just like this.
I got to say, that is a lot of meat right there that you're cooking. You just kept slicing and slicing and slicing. Yeah.
And I only sliced 1.5 so far with all that slicing.
Yeah.
But this is also marinated. It's in our steakhouse seasoning. You know what
Oh,
our steakhouse
yum.
seasoning is? It's that seasoning that you love that comes in those packets,
Oh,
like the
you guys have
Rastelli
the best
packets. But then
seasonings. Mm-hmm.
we add a little bit of parsley to it, some herbs, and we add a little bit of paprika to it to give it some little color. So it's a little bit bolder than the normal regular seasoning. It has a little bit more of a bold flavor, nice and delicious. The sweetness of the meat, the tenderness of the meat with this smokehouse is just it's such a treat. I can tell you, once you have this, you will think twice about taking out a filet or taking out the petite tender because it's that tasty.
So many different ways to use this, protein, like on a steak salad. I think you could probably,
Yes.
like you said, like you showed one of these 8, 6-ounce Black Angus, by the way. Let's remind them that it's Black Angus, right, as well. And this is really, really sought out all over the world. But so many ways to kind of like slice that, whether you just want something different, right, Chris? Like a little
Yeah,
different. Maybe you're like, okay,
absolutely.
I've done the sirloin. I know what a ribeye tastes like. Why not try something a little different? I love a filet mignon, but maybe it's a little bland for me. Try this. Give this one a try and see if you don't love this. They're great for steak tacos. They're great for like families as well, right? Because you could just use it as a great
Yes.
protein.
It really is. And I'm telling you, this is what I choose when we eat dinner at
Steak
home.
tacos,
And I'm a
yum.
chef
Hmm.
and I'm a butcher, right?
Yes.
And I'm doing the tacos right now. I mean, that's not even like a quarter. That's like 3 slices. And I made 3
Probably feed your
beautiful
whole family
uh,
with one of those.
petite.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it just goes so far. But the thing, when we have a choice at home,
Hmm.
this is what I go for. I go for this. This is the first steak that I'll pull out. I'll pull this
Okay.
out over the ribeye. I'll pull this out over the filet mignon
Wow.
because you're getting the tenderness of a filet mignon, but you're getting that flavor
Hmm.
of that ribeye and that New York strip steak. It is
Yum.
absolutely a treat. So if you never had the experience to try it, you definitely should try this because you will not be disappointed. You will thank me next time you see me. I trust me.
Chris, what are some ways to cook it and how does it come?
So this is going to cook. Now these are a little bit fatter, as you
Yeah,
can
I could.
see. So
That is not a bad thing.
no, it's not. It's like a steak. So these are great on the grill.
Hmm.
They'll cook on the grill. They're going to take probably about 8 to 10 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes on each side. Just turn them like you normally would do on a grill.
Hmm.
And if you want them medium rare, if you want them a little bit
Ooh,
longer,
they'd be
just go
perfect
about
on my Ninja
six,
wood
7 minutes.
fire that I just got,
Yeah,
Chris.
oh yeah, you can do these inside. You can pan sear these and then put them on a pan, like take a cast iron pan sear them,
Hmm.
and then go right into the oven. The great thing about them, Nancy,
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's completely seasoned.
Seasoned.
These are bursting with flavor.
Mm.
You're not going to have to take out salt. You're not going to have to take out pepper. You're not going to take out garlic. You're not going to have to take out anything because they're fully seasoned. And it's going to be just when these cook, right? Because they are tender, that seasoning, the way we marinated these get marinated ahead of time, right? We rub that marinade in and we let that marinade rest for about 4 to 6 hours. Then we actually seal them, vacuum seal them, and that really gets that marinade deep into the meat, so you have flavor on every single bite. And then again, we vacuum seal them just like this, and they're going to last in your freezer for 12 months.
A
So again,
year.
cast iron,
Yeah.
a year. They're not. If
Chris,
they last a year,
they
call
won't
me
last a year.
because I'm coming over for dinner.
Chris,
There's no way they should be coming
could you
lasting
show
that
them,
long because that's how good they are.
Chris, can you show them a profile of this delicious, huge, fat, juicy steak? They are so tall and delicious. Like, do you see that? Look, thank you. Like, look at that. That is all meat right there. Again, you're not looking at a bone. You're not looking at, this is end to end. These are Black Angus beef petite tenders. It's so much meat on a 6-ounce, right?
It really is. And you just said it. It's clean from end to end. So when we get these, it's the same thing that we do with all our beef. These come into the butcher shop fresh, right? That has all the fat on it. It's not clean. We age it for the 28 days. After the aging process is done, we take them out. We trim every ounce of fat off, every piece of gristle. You're going to eat this from end to end
I love that.
without any fat or any gristle. And that's why you can make 2 dinners out of one of these because it goes a long way. Now, I'm going to give you one tip and one
Yes.
recommendation.
We only have
when you get these at home.
225 left, though, Chris. You're teasing them. There's only
Oh,
225
no.
left, America.
Well, I know, America, don't wait on this one. I promise you, as part of the Rastelli family that this is going to be such a treat that if you haven't had it, it's an experience you're going to want to have. But here's the one thing, and I'm going to be honest here, which we always are.
Yes, please.
This steak eats best medium rare to medium.
Okay.
Okay? That's the best.
That's
now,
the way
you
I
can
like
go
it.
medium well, but it does eat best when we cook this. We find out that medium rare to that medium. So you want to cook it anywhere from 125 to 135 with a meat thermometer, or anywhere from 5 to 6 minutes on each side, and you'll have that beautiful medium to medium rare steak. So that's just a little chef tip, because that's what we have found that makes it just so delicious.
Did you say chef's tip or did you say chef's kiss?
Kiss and chef's tip, because I'm telling you, these are just such as
I can't wait to try it, Chris. I haven't tried that.
Yeah.
There's only
this is one.
225 though.
And here's it on a salad. I mean, we talked about the salad, a nice warm on a salad. There we go. Look at that.
Okay, all right. It's the 6-ounce Black Angus beef petite tenders, and you're getting 8 of them. If you've never tried it, you can try it now. Free shipping and handling on a sale price. Very, very special. Chris is coming back with the